Hi and welcome back to the channel. The Expanse. Yes, we're finally back to watching The Expanse. As some of you might know, we've been on a little vacation, so we kind of had to take a break from reacting to The Expanse, and we kind of wanted to get all the Stranger Things 3 reactions. We wanted to watch that before we went on vacation so that we wouldn't get any spoilers, and yeah, that resulted in us putting The Expanse on the back burner for a little while, unfortunately. But hey, we're back. The last episode we saw was the one called Back to the Butcher, the 5th episode, and as some people have pointed out, we're kind of through the introductions now, pretty much, and now the series can start in earnest. Even though I think like the first 5 episodes, there was still a lot going on, but still a lot world building and all that. But yeah, our crew, they now have their ship, Rocinante, and they're heading towards the Butcher, or Fred Johnson, I believe his real name is. So, shall we jump straight into it? And oh yeah, this episode is called Rock Bottom. So let's see who's at rock bottom here.
I wonder if they have ice cream in the snack shop.
I do my patriotic duty by screwing over Fred Johnson. Isn't that enough?
How's your son, Esteban? He's up for parole soon.
You're really gonna play that card?
I'll go get the ice cream. You make the phone call.
Wow.
She is very good at this.
She's relentless.
She wants to get stuff done.
I broke a peace treaties these days.
Not exactly what you're known for.
You can put those guns away. Tell the others to come out. I'll give you safe harbor. As a Corvette-class Martian frigate that typically cruised 30, if there were more, as a show of force, you would have brought them out. I'm guessing there are 2 to 4 people left on your ship, and I'm confident that there's no Martian Navy on board. Coming here was your only option, but it was also your best option. Now, you want to continue to play games? Or shall we talk about how to help each other?
Amos was not lowering that gun at all.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he got kidnapped. Jeez.
You can't do that to him. He's Star Helix.
Is that the kid Miller let go? Just still in the water?
We'll have to testify
Testify.
to the UN Security Council.
You mean the one that you and the OPA aren't allowed into?
You'll open that door for me.
You want to use me to get yourself a seat at the table?
It's okay to be a pawn, Holden, so long as you're on the right side.
Maybe.
How's it going out there?
Sir, we have a problem.
Not very trusting folks.
Why did you go back to Julie Mao's apartment?
Really like her shower. It's great water pressure.
There's some truth in that, I'm sure.
Why do you care so much what happened to this girl?
Why you gotta sacrifice her?
Sabaka, I can't believe I didn't see it before. You're in love with Julie Mao.
What?
In love with the idea of her.
Name of that ship is the Scopuli. That's right. I need this frigate to retrieve the lone survivor, Lionel Polanski.
Who?
It's a code name.
We're gonna have to AO-66 you. When you arrive on Euros, your cargo will be held under lien until your fines are paid in full.
Gonna blow up your big Martian warship with, huh? Little pebbles?
Have a nice day.
Oh.
Leave him alone! He didn't mean. Hey, I went easy on you before.
All that's waiting out there for you is more trouble, more death. Why are you so hell-bent, Holden?
Because this is my fault.
What is?
I logged the distress call in the camp.
Amos,
I'm glad we cleared this up.
I knew.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
You were afraid of me.
Yeah?
She put herself in your hands because she couldn't see the blood on him. Just like your sister. Wasn't she like 15 when you let her die out of a belt?
Oh, Milla, watch out.
Part of the legend you like to leave out.
Her bones were like chalk from spending a lifetime in 0G. An impossible burden for a dirt poor family of rock hoppers.
So you killed her.
And that makes me a monster. There was no script, Barry. Do you know is possible to cry so hard that your tears turn to blood?
Just tell me if she's alive.
You are everything she despised. But voila. Die as you lived.
It's so hard to know whether you can trust what he's saying.
Just ring me out for half an hour. He's a private
Rock
citizen,
bottom.
Christian. He keeps squeezing his berries.
I politely asked to borrow his spy on Tycho.
Why are you interested in Fred Johnson?
He has blood on his hands and wants redemption.
Fred Johnson turned his back on Earth. The OPA killed your son. You sure this isn't personal?
You're damn right it's personal.
Daniel. Not interested, Daniel. Tell me, how do they treat you here?
The others say it's better than most.
That bucker, ogling you, he's packing a knife on his left hip.
Thanks.
I grew up in places like this.
Yeah, I guess you must have been as happy as a puppy with two peckers, right? I didn't mean it like that.
Like what?
I'm gonna stop talking. 2 more, please.
It's an honest living. It's more honest than most.
Are there any bodies we need to take care of?
Lieutenant Lopez. He's in the rear hole. He died for us.
I'll make sure his body's returned to Mars. He's a fellow soldier.
Thank you.
How are you gonna get out of that one, Milla?
Yeah. Oof. Well done.
Someone will find you out there.
You'll be okay.
Someday, things gonna change.
We'll be okay, Uncle. We'll be okay.
The man's gonna stand up.
He is. That must be so freaking scary, just floating out there.
Slowly dying.
Nothingness.
Wherever you are, I hope no one there needs medical attention.
I'm saying. I've never killed anyone before.
You'll be all right. You know, my 3rd year on the job, I caught this skinny. First shot. I killed him, all right. But it wasn't the blood or the iron smell of it that got me. It was their little girl in the window, watching me. You know, every time you remember something, your mind changes it just a little until your best and your worst memories, they're your biggest illusions. My advice is you just forget it. Make yourself forget it.
Appreciate that. It's terrible advice.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Found this at
Julie's.
The hamster.
Hamster. Same kind of memory card that was in that Martian suit.
You people drive a hard bargain.
You got our recorded statements.
We'll bring your Lionel Polanski home, if he's out there. In return, I want you to help me find someone. Someday I'll come to you with a name. No questions asked.
I'll do what I can.
Nice, Amos. Nice.
You tell anyone about this?
just you.
What about this? Copies?
No, it's encrypted. You can't.
Erase Detective Miller's case files and cancel all his clearances.
What are you doing?
You're fired.
Help Mr. Miller find the door. If he gives you any problems, feel free to shoot him.
Miller's now a man without a job.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Coffee!
Type of control, this is gas trader Rocinante requesting clearance for departure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good to be back watching The Expanse again. And yeah, a lot actually seemed to happen in this episode. Building off from stuff that happened in the previous ones, of course, with the crew getting to Tycho Station and talking with Fred Johnson, going a little bit back and forth, and it seemed like they convinced him into like Holden just leaving with his original crew. And
But they were to do something for him.
they were, of course, they were to do something for him. The question is just how they convince him to not send any of his own guys with them to make sure that they did that thing that they want,
Yeah?
that he wants them to do. But yeah, apparently maybe it was enough to get the testimonies, and or maybe he found something on that memory card thing that made him go, okay, maybe I don't need them as much as I thought I did, because maybe there's a lot more information on that memory card, and he doesn't really need Holden and the crew that much. Just speculation, don't know. He's definitely a character that we don't know whether we can trust or not at all, because we've seen a very vicious and violent side of him, it seems like, when he blew up those what do you call
Innocent
it?
Station?
Innocent,
Yeah.
the Innocent Station with all the people there. But when we see him talking now, he seems like almost very down to earth and like strict but honorable in a sense, and yeah, it's hard to get a lock on just who he is exactly and what he's working for, except that he has ties to
The
the OPA, and he's building a huge ship apparently as well. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. And then a lot went on with Miller in this episode as well. A lot actually. Talking to Anderson Dawes, and seems like Dawes has had enough of him. he's done trying to convince him to fight for the cause or whatever it is he's saying. And he's another character that, like we've said many times, absolutely no idea whether he's lying or not. How truthful he is, because he's very good at convincing people, and he's a very good talker. And even that story with his sister, you can hear the emotion in his voice, which
I think I don't know him and yet, because as you say, he's very hard to figure out. But he's very good at manipulating with emotion and using emotion to, as you say, convince people about stuff. And so
exactly, like he's firing on all cylinders pretty much, because it's both like emotion but also some rational stuff about, well, we need, like the Belters, they need independence, and we've been downtrodden for so long. And he's speaking to a lot of but definitely most emotion, I would say. Yeah.
So for me, it's either like he's really passionate about his cause, or else he's just a straight out psychopath that mimics emotion to manipulate people and get whatever he wants. For example, power. Because what Miller said, it was, but all these people have to fight for the cause, but you're the one who survives
and you're
all
the one,
time.
Yeah, and you're the one who stands to benefit the most, because if you will most likely be the leader.
Yeah. So it can go one of those ways, right? So he's a great actor. We cannot have anything against that.
Yeah.
But his character is just he's
so hard to figure out.
Yeah, I don't think I like him. I don't.
No,
I think he's a psychopath.
I think so, because from what we know about him is only like the interactions we've seen between him and Miller, and it's hard to get a read on him there, especially because what he's saying is actually, it doesn't sound half bad at all. It sounds like an honorable cause, of course, and he wants to fight for the weak and the downtrodden. But then we hear how Miller addresses him, and it seems like in Miller's eye, he's definitely, Dawes is definitely a psychopath or something in that lane, and he has absolutely no respect for the guy. And from what we've heard from like other corners as well, he's a dangerous person. Like, he's very dangerous, and it's the OVA, and they are dangerous. So, I'm sure we're gonna find out just what kind of person he really is at some point. But yeah, as you said, acting wise, it's great, and I think just in general, like, it's some good acting all around, and the writing in particular, the conversation between Miller and I do not remember her name, but his colleague, or former colleague now, who saved his ass. Their conversation about killing and memories and stuff like that. Even if you agree, I don't agree. I just thought it was very well written and very well acted.
That particular quote with that your brain always alters your memories every time you remember something, and then you're just left with illusions of this memory. So all you have left is illusions, even if they're bad or good. And I just thought that was an incredible sentiment and thought, and
Yeah.
it was that really struck something.
Yeah, because it's both. Yeah, it's horrible in a way actually, because it's the memories that you think about the most, the ones that are your most important memories, be they good or bad, they will become your biggest illusions because you keep bringing them up all the time.
And every time you bring them up, your brain will alter them a little bit.
Yeah. So that was a good little conversation they had there, I think. And Miller's gonna have to figure out what the hell he's going to do next, because he does not have the Star Helix Police Department behind him anymore. He might be doing himself a favor by getting the hell off of Cirrus, because if he can, because now it seems like everybody's kind of gunning for him, which makes me a little bit afraid for his friend. So yeah, stuff is going down.
I've definitely grown a little bit more with Miller.
Yeah.
He's yeah.
You're getting to see what kind of person he really is, like.
Yeah, but also it's I have some sort of sympathy with his position right now, and I hope he's gonna turn out the way I think he is, but
his life has definitely been unraveling ever since he took the Julie Mao case.
Yeah,
and he is just hell-bent on solving that. So let's hope he gets to do that. Okay, do you have anything else to add to this episode?
Yeah, we got to know a little bit more about Amos and his past, and he said he grew up around pubs or something like that, and he actually helped a guy, saying, "Watch out for that one. He has a knife in his belt."
Yeah.
And I think it was very. Well, some of you have already told us that Amos is gonna be like the biggest heart-stealing character. And yeah, but yeah, and I could feel my respect for him just skyrocketed when he asked the homosexual guy, "How are you treated here?"
Yeah.
And he said it with such like
interest,
compassion,
yeah,
for him. Like, seriously, how are they treating you here? As in, I really hope he's like this really decent guy, because it's like he's opening up a little bit. He was also very hurt that
Holden lied.
No, not Holden.
Naomi. Yes.
Yeah, that Naomi was afraid of him. So, and he was very hurt by that, because I think he's actually just a very, very sweet guy that is very big and bulky to protect others, because he's a very good guy, but he can be very intimidating when he has to.
Yeah.
And when he gets like overly protective maybe of Naomi, but when she is afraid of him, he's like, "How could you ever be afraid of me?
Yeah.
I love you. I will do everything for you."
Yeah, he has a very, very tough, hard exterior, but seems like inside he's more mushy, and
we get to see that a little bit more along as we go.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing, and I'm really looking forward to him just
delving into more of his character.
Yeah, exactly.
I think like what they were actually hinting at. I might be wrong because I don't quite remember, but I think what they were hinting at was like about his past life, that his profession was, he was doing what the guy was doing. He was a prostitute.
Oh.
And that's how he spotted it, and how he knows, and why he wants to look out for him, and why he says straight away, "The guy who's been looking at you, by the way, he has a knife, so just be aware of him if you."
Oh yeah, okay, because I was a little bit
and
with
he,
that.
he was kind of being defensive about, hey, it's more honorable than most jobs and stuff like that.
I just thought he was like a bouncer or someone who was
That could also very very well be, but that's just the way I kind of interpreted it. Like.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I didn't think about it that way. I just thought he was like a bouncer and was like he was paid to look out for others in a club. Like
Yeah. Because he was very focused on how other people being treated and how is everyone.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So we're getting to learn more about all the characters.
And what's he called? The pilot.
Alex.
Alex, yeah.
Yeah.
He apparently does not have a wife.
Not anymore. Like.
So either he's divorced or.
It seems like from what he told at least that he was
divorced.
Yeah, because when he was out there, out on the job, he couldn't wait to get home. But once he was home, he couldn't wait to get out there again, and that probably strained their relationship and everything. And he might have just ended up just leaving for good.
Or she might have kicked him out because she just
maybe. And now he's, of course, he still has some love for them because he keeps the picture around. Yeah. Let's hope they're alive.
I don't know if you remember when I saw that picture he carried around, and you said he has a wife and kids. Yeah, or maybe he don't.
Oh yeah.
So, just want a little bit of credit there for spotting that early on.
Okay.
And one person that is definitely still very mysterious to us, that's Naomi. I think there was so many small hints to something we're probably gonna know some more about, but we know nothing.
We know
about her.
Yeah, next to nothing about her, and every time they seem to be closing in on something about her past, she's just like, nope, don't want to talk about it. I'm just gonna use the rest of my brain cells to kill the rest of my brain cells.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a fun little one, but I'm sure we will get to dive deeper into her past at some point again. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think I'm done.
Okay. Fair enough, honey. All right. Yeah. That's going to do it for this reaction video to The Expanse. It's so good to be back, and we can't wait to watch some more. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. You're just about to say something.
It was just like, we're just going to continue straight away because we can.
Yes.
So we're just going to...
Well, we can binge it, yes. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.